What is going on, YouTube? Savage here. Today marks the last day of the video series as we know it. If you are watching this video, that means the new Cold War update has now been implemented and intertwined and infused with Warzone, and we're all gonna be playing that. New guns, new metas, new everything. Finally, the things we've been waiting for. Hopefully no more R9s, hopefully no more kilos, something different. Holy shit, I'm very excited for this. But in this video, we're gonna be breaking down and analyzing some Quads gameplay. But in this gameplay, we'll be breaking down and analyzing a random Squads gameplay, talking about teamwork and the importance of teamwork. Because every time we spectate squads, for some reason, circle rotations, they matter, but to them they don't. It's mostly teamwork is where they're messing up at. If you guys are playing squads, y'all need to learn the importance of teamwork. But before we get into the video, if you have not already, subscribe to the channel, join the Wolf Pack today. Let's get to 75,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Also, let's get this video to 1,600 likes, boys. Come on, the hype for the new update is real. And as always, guys, if you guys are looking for teammates to play with, especially again, since the new update's coming out, y'all want to find some squad mates, some people to play with on a regular, join our Discord community and utilize the looking for groups pages to your advantage. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, so here we are spectating Uni, and if you notice on the mini map, there's a guy in front of us taking shots at who knows what. If you guys see blips on the radar and you know where an enemy's at, you need to take that information to your advantage and push that enemy before he relocates. I would definitely push in here and get the kill. We know he's inside because, of course, his arm's sticking out. We need to be careful, though. I don't like the fact we wrapped around this side of the building. And why is that? Because he was shooting at somebody from this side of the building. Our entire backhand side and left-hand side is exposed to all of the hangars area. So I probably myself would have pushed in through this beautiful window here and then shit down this kid's throat. But here he is, probably camping in a corner. Let's see. Yeah, of course, there it is. There's really no lessons in that one except don't sit in corners. I don't know why players have the tendency to freeze up. Remember, guys, if you trap yourself in a corner, you trap yourself next to cover and you just sit there, what does that do to you? It hinders your movement. So when you do get pushed by an enemy, you're forced to just move one way. And in that enemy's case, it was to his right-hand side, which makes it very easy for us to kill him. If you think there's an enemy by you, you need to work the windows, work the doors, play ring around the rosy, confuse the enemy, make the enemy give up on chasing you, and then come out behind him and shit down his throat. But regardless, we got the win and we have a shit ton of money and we still have scavengers left as well. We got the last one, so that'll give us some really good money. And at that point, our boy Uni can buy a self-res, we can get a loadout and then maybe a UAV on top of it. Here we are now sitting Oprah Rich. Now, most important thing right this second, get a loadout. Get a loadout. I like the fact that they want to push the teams. I really do. I love it. I always recommend you guys get out there and fight, never run from fights. But in this situation, we have our money. The last thing you want to do is push these guys with basic bitch weapons and get killed sitting on this money. Also, let's talk about the position. Let's talk about how to read the map and the mini map, right? So we know there's a guy on this building. That's who we've pinged. I'm sure because he was aware of him, he's probably aware of the guy in the hangar. Now, you can't always assume that these guys in the hangars aren't going to peek over the wall, especially since you have a doorways up here. They have a beautiful angle on us. So if you're going to push this guy on the rooftop right here, I'm for that. Again, I definitely prefer the loadout drop, but if you're going to push, that's okay. What you need to do is work the building to your advantage. I probably would have went on the other side of the building, using the building as cover from this team, allowing me to push this team uncontested. But because we're out in the open, hopefully luck's to his side and we don't get shit on from the team to our right-hand side. There he is in the doorway, actually. JK. Not surprised there at all. Again, guys, it's just reading the mini map and thinking about your rotations and thinking about your positions. Not to mention, we got a lot of shit going on, bro. We got a lot. We got a guy on top of purple. There's no pings back there. We've got two guys right here. There's also maybe still a guy on the rooftop. We're not sure. So there's a lot of teams around us. So we kind of separated ourselves from each other and we put ourselves out in the open. And now, unfortunately, we're going to be losing out on a lot of money. Now, it's not a bad thing. Homeboy Minko still has 18 grand. And this just comes down to decision making, guys, knowing when to push and when not to push. Like I said, I'm okay with you guys fighting, but make sure you at least have your loadout. And where the hell are we going? Where are we going? There's a buy station to our right. This team doesn't give a shit about their loadout, bro. They said, screw that. Loadouts are for peasants, man. I don't even know why we're looking at the enemy in this position. That Bison's not going to be able to reach half that distance, much less hit that distance, and then get it down. And then even if we down him, by the luck of the gods, we're still not getting execution because he's got that beautiful lip on the building. All right, so Purple did win his gulag, but unfortunately he's landing back over where he just died at. And here we are running in the open to push the building. Well, I've already said my piece. You guys know that I'm not a fan of this at all. But here we are out in the open. If you want to push this building, push the building. You know there's two guys here for sure. They may have bailed off and headed There's purple going down again. Weird. Purple died in the exact same place he died in before. Absolutely weird. Now we are pushing up staircases. There was a guy camping the stairs. Not a surprise there. But remember, there were 2 enemies at this position at one point in time. And here he is pushing up below us. You can hear his footsteps. And our teammate's actually able to deliver the 1-punch shotgun to his face, getting the down. But again, it's not a wipe. And there's his girlfriend right there. All right, that's also not a wipe. So where's his boyfriend? It's a 3v1 right now. The last thing we're gonna do is be super tunnel vision on getting the res. Why are there 2 of us doing this? One of us needs to be providing cover, or we can sit in a corner, whatever. We have a guy at police station that may be the last guy on the squad, but again, because it is a 3v1 situation, you definitely want to take the opportunity to push him before his teammates come back. We got a dot right here on the left-hand side. Hello, 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 hello. He's able to turn on and get the kill, but again, paying attention to your heartbeat sensor, the heartbeat showed the guy sitting on the left-hand side, relatively very close. And for some reason, we went out the door and looked to the right-hand side. Again, just pay attention to all of your tools. It's a very simple thing to get better at this game if you just pay attention to your minimap, pay attention to your heartbeat sensor, know when to concuss an enemy, know when to push an enemy, know when to buy a loadout, things like that. Never walk around with 7 bullets in your gun, guys. Come on, man. That's pretty self-explanatory there. Dude. This is the last video before the new update, so we're going to be in good spirits today. No trolling the enemies. No trolling them. That much. But we're getting back Forelli. Let's see if Forelli lands back at police station. If he does, I'm going to team kill him myself. Oh my God, Forelli, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing to us, man? All right, we got a loadout drop. Beautiful. Get our shit. And again, the mistake originally was not going for loadout right off the bat. Not only did it cost us money because we had to buy our teammates back, not only did it cost us plates, but it costed us time. If you guys want to get a great game with high kills, you need to utilize time to your advantage. But even if you're not worried about kills, even if you're worried about the main objective of the game, and which is winning, you need time. That way you guys... But with saying that, someone's shooting at our boy and we're just sitting here. It's coming from the north. Dude, the hit indicators. You see this, guys? Guy, I know there's a lot of you guys in here that know what this means, but clearly not everybody knows what this means. So this is called a hit indicator. Do you know what it does? It reveals to you the enemy's direction in which you got shot from. And also, as you're moving, this indicator will move as well and still be locked on to the enemy's position. As you guys notice, it's just relocating. It tells you exactly where the enemy's at. But right now, what we need to be doing is dropping our money, allow our teammate to get a UAV, hopefully, and then we need to get the hell out of this position. I am for gatekeeping always, for sure. And as we know, there's an enemy team to the north. We could gatekeep them, but because of where the circle is laid out right now, if we do gatekeep them and then we move, we will now be the ones being gatekept. So I would rather rotate early than allow a team to sit on the edge of the circle and gatekeep us after we get that kill. And as you see on the UAV, we have 2 enemies in here. I'm not a fan of running out in the middle of the open and then please don't take the shots at these enemies. Okay. They get it down, but now the other enemy is going to be in the building. We got another one in the garage as well, or in the hangar. I'm sorry. We got another one over the fence to his left-hand side, which he failed to spot. And again, putting yourselves in the open and taking fights like this is very unnecessary. If you're getting shot at immediately, for sure, shoot back. But you guys want to kind of stealthily sneak over. He heartbeats just right there by the door in the open, exposed to the 2-story building, which I'm sure there's an enemy at. Actually, there's a vehicle driving around. These guys might be bailing. These guys may be bailing out. I think the team just relocated a vehicle and now they're driving off. I think that's exactly what's happening. 100%. That's exactly what happened. Wow. And in a position like that, guys, that team had the advantage. If they would have just got this building and maintained it, they could have just camped this bitch and waited for us to push up and taken us out one at a time. I don't know why they bailed away from this fight. That was a little uncalled for. They could have easily won this gunfight. Wait. Okay. I'm about to say, is there someone in here? All right, but notice how he's ADS. He's in his scope and he's scanning, right? Or he's in his sight and he's scanning. There's no reason for that. Stay out of your sight. Stay out of your scope. Allow your field of view to be wider than you're giving it the ability to be. We got a sniper. We got a sniper right here by the car, which we're super tunnel visioned on. But right behind our scope, you can't see it right now, but right behind our scope, there's another glint. He could be on this hill back here, or he could be on the boxes. I'm not sure exactly because I can't really tell. But there's a sniper here. So because there's 2 snipers, I wouldn't fight this with our weapons. He did spot him. Now that, I believe, yeah, that's the team that ended up bailing away. So they actually got a different position. I wouldn't really say that's a better position. Titties isn't technically a better position, but it's not a bad one, especially since we're being pushed from the north-hand side now. So now we're trapped. Now we're pinched between 2 teams. So what we need to do right now is focus on the team to our north. That means staying off of the rooftop. Why do we stay off the rooftop? Because we have dipshits behind us shooting at us. And if we're all on the roof, we're easy targets from 2 different angles. So stay off the rooftop in this fight. Utilize the second floor window, utilize the stairs, work outside the buildings, and utilize the hangars to your advantage. But get off the rooftop because you will get picked from either the front or the back. Okay, yeah, and also shoot your teammates too. Screw it. And now we're getting picked through the doorway. At least close the doors and get the res off. Now while we're getting the res off, Purple needs to be watching this window. We've got pings on the mini-map right here, and they're probably going to end up pushing us. So the last thing I'm going to do is not pay attention to it. I really wouldn't be too worried about whatever's happening up here. They're not going to be able to crawl up this building. There's no ladder on the backside of this building, so I wouldn't be too worried about this. Also, I don't like the fact that Wells is hiding in the bathroom and we're sitting in here because, again, I do believe the team's going to end up pushing us, and if they throw a nade or C4 or thermite through this window, these guys are going to be screwed. And I think actually Purple just got shot through the window as well. Now all 3 of us in the window. There's a sniper glint right there. I don't even think we saw it. It's weird. All right, we have a guy on the bottom floor about to bust into the door. Maybe he might come up from behind us, but we see him on the mini-map. Now we're taking shots and kind of walling him through the door. I like that. This should be a relatively easy kill. Now, I don't like the fact that there's 3 of us sitting on the staircase. There's 3 of us, 2 teammates right here, and then us, right? Look at this. This is bad. Again, you want to kind of cover different angles of the map, leave a teammate in the window, leave one of us right here. Then we have this guy right here. And maybe if you're really feeling ballsy, one of us can go on the roof, which I've been telling you guys not to, and just make sure that the staircase portion is covering us from the backhand side, meaning don't stand on the side of the roof, stand in front of the roof. That way they can't shoot us from behind. But you want to always fight enemies at different angles. Here we go. We got an execution. Yay. But this is still a very bad play. I'm not a fan of them camping on top of each other. One of us goes down. Look at this. All it takes is an RPG. All it takes is a thermite. All it takes is just a really decent squad to come in here and make an easy quad kill. Now we need to get out here and fight the enemy. Instead of staying camped up in the building, we need to go out there with Minkoff and help him. Unfortunately, he went up by himself like Rambo and ended up getting 1v whatever the situation was. That was a bad call. And then a precision comes in and downs our 2 teammates. And still here we are, unaware of our teammates being downed, just holding the door. This is not the play. You want to get the reses off as fast as possible. Also, I'm not liking the fact that they didn't crawl out of this room. They went down and they just stayed here, because what's going to happen? They're probably going to start throwing shit up here. I'm not a fan of that at all. Not to mention, Forelli should have been the one to get the next res off of on Wells. We should have been the ones covering the angle because we have more health. We don't have place, unfortunately, but we do have more health. So I would have felt more comfortable with Uni out there holding the angle instead of Farley. Again, this fight's taking way too long, and this team clearly doesn't know how to play this building efficiently. Again, camping of buildings is never to play. I like utilizing buildings for sure, but the moment you start getting pushed, you need to capitalize on getting picks and jumping out and out-rotating the enemy. Don't just sit in here waiting for the enemies to make bad move, because that's what takes a lot of your time away from you. Here we are. We got the armor plates broken. We're going in, unfortunately, baiting ourselves to our own death, because, again, it is a full squad. Don't just tunnel up on one guy. We have a guy in the right-hand room. We have another enemy sitting behind the staircase, but I believe there still is another 3 teammates left. We are holding this angle with an RPG. He might win this fight. These guys are just... All right, here we are spectating the new squad. And like I was saying earlier in the video, you want to start using time to your advantage so that you can pre-rotate bad circles. This was a bad circle for them to be in. Like I was saying earlier, I definitely wouldn't have gate kept that squad. I would have moved out and got a better position, because playing the edge of hangars is just a very messed up spot to be in. And unfortunately, they got pinched between hangars and titties, and it is what it is. They panicked, sat in a building, and they ended up getting pinched. Yes, they got a few kills, but they lost the game at the end of the day. But now here we are in a position where we can buy our teammates back. The buy station is at titties, but as we know, so here we are. We finally got our dude Hernandez back, and we're going to hopefully help the rest of our team. Use code SAVAGE, Sneak Energy. It's the best. Link in the description. But here we are on the edge of the circle. Now, I do believe there's a team here. And why do I think there's a team here? Because there's 20 enemy teams left. We're at kind of an in-game situation, and we're at a pretty prominent compound on the edge of the circle. Now, I do like the fact that we're seeing a lot of slide canceling. Most of the videos we spectate, players don't slide cancel. If you guys aren't familiar with what slide canceling is, I do have a video out there that explains slide canceling, and so do other many YouTubers. You guys definitely want to utilize slide canceling to your advantage. It helps you move across the map faster and also keeps your head moving, so you're not an easy headshot. There's many ways to do it. This dude's doing the ADS version. Not a fan of that one, but at least he's slide canceling. Now, again, we need to play it somewhat safe. There's the enemy team. Absolutely weird, sitting on the building, and he gets the knock. Allow your teammate to crawl to safety. Get the res off. It pushed in. Now, Purple's pushing the building by himself. While your dude's getting the res off, Zang needs to be helping Purple out. There's no reason for us to be sitting here while Purple is pushing by himself. My dude Pearson went in solo dolo and just wiped the shit out of 2 of the squad mates. Now, of course, there's a cluster strike coming in on the building, so clearly there's another player inside there somewhere. Whether he's on the first floor or second floor, we're not sure of, but I do believe there's another player in there still, because the cluster strike did come in after he got the 2 kills, and it wasn't a full team wipe. But here we are again. Zang just frozen up, utilizing the heartbeat. This is relying on the heartbeat too much. Also, guys, numbers display on the bottom of the heartbeat. So if you don't see numbers pop up the heartbeat, that means there's no one around you. He's just sitting here kind of spinning the circle with the heartbeat sensor out, not really knowing exactly how to use it. And that's just a little tip for you guys out there that actually like the heartbeat. All right, like I said, Fratelli just went down because there was another teammate in there. I knew that because, again, the cluster strike came directly from the building and landed on the building, which meant the guy inside launched it on himself. Here's another enemy coming in from the gulag. We need to get to the rooftop. We also need to be very careful because our homeboy went down from somebody. Unfortunately for us, he didn't ping the enemy. There he's hiding in the bathroom. Unfortunate for your boy, but I still think there's another one in here. I believe that's the guy who came in from the gulag, but he wasn't the one that downed Fratelli. So I do, again, think there's another enemy in this bitch somewhere, outplaying the shit out of the squad. Now, if you guys in the comments, if you see something I don't, please tell me. I'm not always right. I'm a person. I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. So if you guys saw something I didn't, please let me know, because I'm a little confused right now at this fight. So here we are now. There's a team on the outside of the circle, right? They're going to have to come to us. So there's no reason for us to really push this fight in this position. Weird. Look, okay. You guys need to start paying attention to fights that are happening. We have now 3 times allowed this Joe Blow that's been sitting in this building to out-rotate our team and get a down. You know, this is absolutely crazy. He down green at first, then he down orange, and now he's down in purple. He's just taking everyone out one at a time. I don't know why he's not executing. If he was executing people right now, he'd be an absolute animal. But guys, you need to start paying attention to things like that. Again, I knew there was a guy in the building the first time because of the cluster strike. We got our kills, and then after the kills, the cluster strike came down directly where it was called from. So that in my head told me there was a guy in there. Also, when orange went down, he went down before the guy came back from the gulag. But unfortunately, Zang really wasn't paying attention. So he just registered guy in the gulag, teammate going down, and combined them together, even though it was 2 different incidents. And now, unfortunately, I don't know if this team's trolling the shit out of our team. They're not going for executions. I think they're just messing with our head. Dude, I would love to see the other guy's gameplay. I would love to spectate him just really reaming our team. But anyway, guys, there's no reason for us to leave our position. We can stay in this building. We can stay in the other building and wait for these guys to come to us because they're going to have to. I'm not a super big fan of us leaving our circle position to go out here and get different angles on the enemies, and putting ourselves out in the open and vulnerable to getting hit by gas, and this team as well, who's clearly camped up in a building. So I'd kind of hold up, play slow, and wait for them to come to me. I don't like the fact we're just sitting here hard scoping a window either, because again, we have the rest of our right-hand side exposed. That's an easy way to get clapped from another angle. And if we were paying attention to everything instead of staying tunnel vision, we would have seen the enemy get in the vehicle and drive off to safety. He jumped out. I don't know why he jumped out. I really don't. Yo, who keeps down on Pearson? This is messed up. My boy Pearson ain't do shit. He's just out here trying to have a good time. But again, just because you think there's an enemy in the building doesn't mean he's not going to leave the building. Dude, this guy is absolutely reaming the shit out of your squad. Holy crap, he finally gets an execution. This team is outplaying our team 10-1. Like, they're not killing us, but they're downing the shit out of us, and they're mind-blowing the hell out of us. There's another enemy dropping into the northwest. Again, we're holding this weird angle. I'm not a huge fan of it, because even if the guy does cross in the open, it's not that big of an opening, so we might be able to hit him. We may break his armor, but we're not going to get the kill. That's the building you want to be on. You want to be on the high ground and not allow the guy who's pinging right now to run to that building, because if he grabs the building first, he now has a better position. Of course, he may be by himself, and if he is, we could bum rush this asshole. But nonetheless, you want to make sure you guys are always in the better position, and maintaining high ground, maintaining the highest point of the fight is definitely the spot to be in. All right, Pearson finally got revenge and got Racy's ass for a team wipe. But I don't think that was the guy. I'm pretty sure the dude that killed Hernandez was a whole different name. It was like Gunslinger or some shit like that. I don't know. Rewind in the video and find out. But I'm pretty sure it's a whole different enemy. I think there's another guy around here just playing the shit out of us. All right, I like that. Utilizing the gas mask to go in and buy his teammate back. I absolutely love the sacrifice of the gas mask to get your team back. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Remember, guys, don't be afraid of the gas. The gas can be your friend, especially when you have a gas mask. Utilize everything you have, all your tools, in order to get your squad mates back. Now, we are again playing the edge of the circle. We need to get to another spot, and the best place to be is bank. Bank is going to be your highest point in this end game, as you guys can see right here. Like, this building's safe, and it is technically higher, but it's not going to be safe for long. So this is going to be creme de la creme. This is where you want to be at. We also have a trophy system we get to utilize. Let's go. This could be an easy GG for our squad. Zang, who have been absolutely getting reamed for the past 5 minutes. They could use a break. They could use a W, and let's give it to them. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are spectating Zane and a squad who are in a 4v11 situation, 5 enemy teams, and they're going to bank. We have a squad over here praying to loot. We're going to throw out a trophy system in the weirdest position possible. I probably would have used that trophy system on the roof where they're probably going to camp at. That would be the best spot for a trophy, not in a corner by staircase where no one's going to be at. It makes no damn sense, but whatever. Here we are holding our angle, waiting for an enemy just to appear. Like Houdini, like they're just gonna poof from the depths of hell. It's not gonna happen. This is a bad spot to hold. No one's gonna push in through this area. In-game circles, most players freeze up. The odds of them pushing you are very slim to none. Not to mention, if they do push you, where are they gonna push you from? Where will enemies push you guys from? The outskirts of the circle, which, by the way, is not where he was aiming at. He was aiming in the safe zone. People aren't gonna leave this wall to come to you. No way, they're safe. Why would they? I'd be focused on the outskirts of the circle. This is where people are going to be moving from. If they're already safe, they're going to be frozen up. Promise. But here we are, still holding the angle, praying to God someone comes, finally making our way back to our teammate, which is the best play. Now, I'm not against them holding different angles and watching different places, but you don't want to be so separated to where if you go down on the bottom floor and your 3 teammates are up top, they cannot help you without putting themselves in a bad position. And this is a terrible position. Why are we out here? We have our entire right-hand side exposed. We are on the lower ground of the guy we're trying to fight. Not a good spot. Now, of course, orange went down. I'm not sure to what, but this rooftop right here, this is why I said to throw a trophy system down, and that's weird. You want the trophy system where you guys want to be at, right? And the rooftop's where you want to be, and he should have just thrown it up there. Absolutely the strangest shit in the world. So now we're in a 4v8 situation, trying to take on the team across the street from us or across the building from us. Easy claps right here. Just get the hits. Fertilli gets the down. And again, this is a spot where you're going to be playing tit for tat. You're going to get some downs and not get the kill. Don't leave your position to go for the thirst, right? Just get the down, make them waste their plate, and kind of outplay the situation and find out where the last circle is going to go. And here we are about to find out. Now, this is in-game. Circle's rotating to their south, and you get off this building, especially after they get a little pig. Got a rocket in there. All right, let's go ahead and jump off this roof. Where can we go? I like the fact he's jumping off instead of camping. Awesome. We were in the worst spot. We were in the worst position because we would be pushed out of the circle first, right? So I'm glad that he jumped off and he's playing aggressive. Now, where do we go? Where do we get cover from? The best spot right here is either this vehicle or these dumpsters. And the reason why is because if we're back here, guess who has to come to us? Both these teams camping in the buildings, right? Actually, all 3 of these teams. There's one of these buildings that has 2 teams in it. Weird. But if we sit back here and we wait for people to come to us, not only are we safe behind this because it's in the next zone, but again, everyone's got to come to us. So all we have to do is peek out, shoot down the enemy, and come back. Don't worry about getting executes because the gas will kill them for you, right? So you just want to keep peeking out, down on people, go back, play it up, whatever you need to do. Peek out, down people, go back, play it up, shit like that. Play it slow, play it passive. And again, don't worry about finish off enemies because the gas will. Yes, they may have self-res and they may come back, but if they do, guess what? Just out peek again and down them again and let the gas finish them off for the second time. All right, here we are watching. I like this. I like this. Now we're in the open. You want to get this cover. All right, we got enemies jumping out right here. This is the spot where you want to peek and shoot. All right, we got a pick. And unfortunately, we weren't playing the cover to our advantage. I like the fact that we're peeking and shooting, but again, you want to peek, shoot, and then duck behind cover. Peek, shoot, duck behind cover. He was just sitting out in the open, which allowed the other enemy to shoot at them. Not to mention, I would have felt more comfortable with my two teammates doing the same plan as me, right? I sit behind this vehicle, my teammates sit behind this dumpster, my teammates sit behind the other dumpster, and we all just play the game together. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, and we left our cover and we got shit on. And here we are now. I don't know what's going on. We can't spectate. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Damn it, we missed it. GG. And again, guys, when it comes to in-game situations or fights in general, this game relies a lot on luck. And what I mean by luck is just positioning of other enemies. Some games you're going to have teams that aren't really positioned well, and you're going to just run through teams over and over. And some games you run into teams that are just really good and they're really focused on positions. And as you're trying to rotate, they shit down your throat or get third-partied. It is what it is. Unfortunately, that's the nature of battle royales, and that's what makes this game type so addicting, is that you're not really sure what's always going to happen. There is no perfect player. There is nobody out here winning every single game that they play. If there was, this game wouldn't have any RNG factor to it, and it wouldn't be as enjoyable as it is today. But I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, again, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 75,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And as always, you have a good one. And until next time, good luck in Warzone. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out one of these two videos right there. And as always, subscribe by clicking that beautiful button right there. You have a good one. Until next time, keep on improving. Oh, and have a great time in the new update.